welcome back to the farm. As you can see, leaves are falling. They're starting to get in the air, and you can see some of the trees are starting to change color. Oh, this leads me to the next important topic. What to do with the leaves. It makes zero sense for me to throw the leaves away in a landfill when it's organic matter. I've said in my previous video, for every percent of matter, organic matter that you have in a garden bed, you can expect a 10% increase in yield to a maximum of 5% OM to yield comparison. So that's a total of 50%. Well, what can I do with these leaves? The first option is I take them, put them in a trash can, store them all winter. Second option is I have some way of mechanically grinding up the leaves, putting them in the compost bin or the same trash can, adding them to my compost pile as I go to, and I start getting more green materials. The third option is I leave them be, because you know certain insects such as queen bumblebees love to hibernate underneath the leaves. Certain bats will hibernate underneath the leaves. So if you have an ability or a method where you can leave a portion of your yard untouched, that's one way. The final option is I run a lawnmower or a leaf vacuum or a leaf mulcher, grind this up, or grind the leaves up, and add them for mulch. And you can see it's a bit windy right now. It's perfectly fine because we need some rain. And if you're wondering why these leaves aren't changing colors, like this one for example, you see it's not really changing colors. That's just a defense mechanism the tree has to prevent sorry, I lost my train of thought. They will do premature leaf drop to preserve their life during times of drought. So you've seen a lot of that because it's been very dry. You see we have we're expecting some rain come in, which is desperately needed. So what I am going to do is, right now I need to mulch more than I do leaves in the compost bin. Oak leaves will add some acidity to the soil. You see it's actually quite windy right now. No, not windy as it has been, but I'm gonna have to fight this a bit. Which is great for fruit plants. It also lets me create mulch. And you see I have a battery operated leaf mulcher vacuum. You see it's already been used here, and I think we put this on backwards here. And all I'm gonna do is just suck these things up. Just like that. Just be mindful that if you're wanting to do more of a wildscape, that certain insects and mammals will actually hibernate underneath the leaves. So if you have an ability to leave an area of your yard untouched, that will benefit some of the native pollinators, as well as some of our amphibians and mammals. I think toads will be a exception to this. I'm not positive in that area. But the downside to this is quite literally, if a bee is looking at, say, a bumblebee is looking for this, or when a bee's looking for a place to hibernate and don't have places to hibernate, it creates an issue because that bee cannot stay warm for the winter. Same thing with bush piles. Fireflies like to overwinter in bush piles. You say, I gotta do something with this. But more likely this is my wild spot. I just got done mulching up some leaves here. As soon as I get this thing to agree with me, there we go. And this is just a mulching leaf vacuum. The reason why I mulch the leaves is because I need to mulch more than I need anything else. Otherwise, I would just put this leaves straight in a trash can. I will always mulch the leaves because it enhances the decomposition. Looks like my neighbors are having some plumbing issues. And you can see when I crack open this bag what I can do here. And if you're wondering why I'm using this as a mulch, one, it's free. Second thing, it does add some trace minerals back into the garden bed, and you will get bits and pieces of grass clippings as well. And it's not going to be a perfect mulch. It's not going to be consistent as a leaf mulcher. And you see that and mulch is mulch, doesn't matter what it is. I remember this is because I had to clean out the underneath the hive before I set the hive up. So that's what a lot of this is. Can't eat styrofoam. Trying to take my time here just to show you. And even seed husk will act as a don't know what happened there. Sunk in there. You see how much I'm bulking up the soil level? You just don't want a volcano around the base of the plant, because that will disrupt the plant's ability. And I'm just cherry picking this. I guess I don't want anything that doesn't belong in here. And if you're concerned, the problem is I live in a city, so you know, people may not be as respectful about nature as you may be. So a lot of times you're going to have grass to get blown in from other sources. And and that happens, excuse me. Do you see how much I've already filled up in here? It is a bit unfortunate when people do this, but what are you gonna do? So we're trying to fight this plastic. Oop. This is why I'm not trying to dump this out all once, because I'm trying to cherry pick the bits that don't need to be in there out. Okay, let me go get a 5-gallon bucket. Be right back. See if I still got more of this stuff in here. Doesn't look like it. Now we're starting to see the leaves. But I generally recommend mulching the leaves because it will make the leaves smaller. Therefore you can fit more into said container or garden bed. As long as we don't have any more surprises. Like that one. Now we're safe to dump this out. so we don't have any surprises in here. Just the same bits of styrofoam in here. This is unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Nice little chunk of it. You see how I'm going underneath? You see how much I filled up? That's well over half of this